Is there something that has the authority to affect love? So that thing has so much to do with the secret of love. Are you following me? And we say the iniquity is not you, just is not you committing sin. It's a violation of the established principle of God. The Bible says God is love, but the first time he chose to advertise himself, it was not love we saw. We saw him creating. Think about that. Did you get that? So there is something that guarantees love. There's something that makes love to be enjoyable. If there is no iniquity, love is enjoyable. Are you getting the point? Love is enjoyable. Iniquity is a violation of the established laws. Living without guided principle, living without living a life that is not regulated by established laws. If love is a choice, someone may choose not to do again. Someone may choose to do. Someone may choose not to do. The person is living an autonomy life that is not controlled by anything. Are you getting my point? How many people have sacrificed their lives to others, and at the end of everything, they got hurt? I want to show you something different today, but you will be the judge. And before I proceed, I want to say that you have begun to live in love even before you enter into relationship or marriage. Love is not centralized on the basis of relationship or marriage. So what have you been doing before then? So if you see a young man now, I'm in love, and all the context is that I'm hooking up with a damsel, I've been cleaved. If you see a young lady, I want to enter into, I'm looking for the love of my life, I want to enter into love. The context is, I want to get into a relationship. So do you think you started loving only on the very day that you got married or you began your relationship? Do you think the person you are in relationship with is the first love of your life? We've been loving before we discover the place of a damsel in our life. And we will continue loving even after the end of the relationship or the end of marriage, perhaps, if we leave this earth. Because I want to show you a scripture. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Verse 1, I will read from NIV. You have NIV, okay, King James. King James, let's read King James first. Now, concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. All right, so let me read from NIV. King James said it is good for a man not to touch a woman. NIV says, now, for the matters you wrote about, it is good for a man not to marry. This is the Bible. So I would like to ask, does that mean that if Apostle Paul, who advocates this dimension of revelation, refuses to marry, does it mean that he has not been in love? Does it mean that he has not fallen in love? Does it mean that he has not been living in love? But the question is this: why? Why did Apostle Paul says it is good for you not to marry? Please don't be afraid. I'm not here to ask you not to get married. I just want to help you. I'm married. You can see this is the proof of it. So I can't ask you not to marry. Are you listening to me? But if you are wise, hear everything I am saying tonight and hear it very well. Why did he say we should not get married? Let's jump to verse 26. Verse 26. 26. I suppose, therefore, that this is good for the present distress. I say that it is good for a man so to be. Okay, let me read from my NIV. 26. I hope you are not angry with me. Because of present crisis, I think that it is good for you to remain as you are. Are you married? Do not seek a divorce. Are you unmarried? Do not look for a wife. But if you do marry, you have not sinned. Did you hear that? Meaning there is nothing wrong for you to be married. It's not a sin. So we need to understand the mind of this great apostle so that we don't get to be biased regarding our choice of life. He went on to say, but if you do marry, you have not sinned. And if a virgin marries, she has not sinned. But those who marry will face many troubles in this life. And I want to spare you this. Why did he say that you should not get married? He has not really explained to us why the troubles. But he has established that those who marries will face a lot of troubles. So his heartfelt desire, overwhelming love for the people, sponsors him to say they should. But you really need to know this, please. It doesn't mean that it is your husband that will introduce the trouble to you. It doesn't mean it's the wife that's going to be the source of the trouble. No, he didn't say that. Did you hear him say that? He didn't say if you get married, your wife is going to be a thorn on your flesh, your husband is going to be a thorn on you. No, that's not what he meant. But there's going to be so much trouble only on the basis that you are married. Think about it. A lot of us are still singles. Few of us are married, but a lot of us are singles. Think about the trouble you are going through now as a single person. Do you have the capacity to overcome them? I bet you do. But think about many more troubles being added to the one you are going through right now. Because troubles will come. Not because the woman is a bad woman, not because the man is a bad man, but because you are married, there's going to be a lot of troubles. More than when you were single. More than when you were single. So do you know what? You're not with me again. You see, they are not happy again because, don't worry, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you to marry well. So please listen. I'm not asking you to break the relationship. Try to get my point. You like it. You need it. So the first resolve you must have at heart before you propose towards settlement or towards entering into marriage is the willingness to develop the capacity to be able to withstand and to overcome the troubles, because they must come. They must come. And let me be very honest with you. If at your singlehood you've not been able to overcome the troubles, the challenges that confront you, you are not prepared yet for marriage. You are not prepared. If there is anything Apostle Paul is trying to get us to reconcile with, is the fact that there should be some level of responsibility you must give yourself into. Some level of preparedness you must subject yourself into. Some level of mental preparedness, psychological hardness, heart awareness, strength, development of strength. You must give yourself into before you end up in marriage or before you marry, because the troubles will come. So for many years, I don't used to read this scripture like some of you, because I do not so much like it. I believe it, but I don't like it. So for many years, I kept trying to know why.